Hey everybody, welcome back to the Filled In Podcast with your main host, only host, and his second side host, Phil. Do you like that? Like that one?
And I'm Phil. Yeah, I did like it. Too bad no one's gonna hear it.
Damn it. I forgot who edits these.
No, I'll leave it in.
No, it was funny. This week we watched my pick, which was Avatar The Last...
No, it wasn't.
What?
It was just The Last Airbender.
It is just The Last Airbender.
I was mistaking that the whole time. My whole life, I thought it was called Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Can I tell you something that's super fucked up about that I learned the other day?
Huh.
So this James Cameron fuck. I'm already starting pretty hot. I'm surprised it wasn't even M. Night Shyamalan, who was the director I was coming at.
Mm-hmm.
But James Cameron, that fuck, they were coming out around at the same time. And Avatar tried to sue them for the
James
name.
Cameron's Avatar.
Yeah, James Cameron's Avatar. He tried to sue them for the name, even though it existed.
Even though the cartoon existed before
his movie.
That's crazy.
That's insane, right?
That is.
Could you fucking imagine?
Wild take.
What if he won?
I mean, did he not?
No. I think they just agreed to call this Last Airbender just so like people wouldn't get confused.
Oh.
But that's
so fucking
that's
funny.
wild. And another fun story about that. So I remember being a kid, hyped as hell one day when I found out Avatar's going to be a movie. I looked it up and I was like, what the fuck is this? All I'm seeing is blue people. What is going on? I was like, it can't be this bad. And I was like, oh no, thank God. This is the trailer.
And then it was worse.
I will say though, the trailer for this movie, pretty sick.
Is it?
Well, it has like Aang in like a hood and he's just airbending candles out.
Yeah.
But it just has like a panning thing. I was like, ooh, okay. This movie's going to have a little sauce on it. And it did not. It was sauceless. Sauceless.
All right. So I talked about this in the episode.
Yeah.
We're pretty big fans of Avatar, right?
We're huge fans of Avatar.
Would you say it's your favorite piece of media?
Probably. I would say that. Yeah.
I think I would too.
I would say it's like, yeah, it's probably one of my favorites. I watch it once a year.
Yeah, it's easily top like 3 best stories I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I tell everybody that it's a show that I feel like anybody could watch, get into, get something out of if they're open to it.
Yeah. I have a Ko the Face Stealer tattoo.
Yeah, I have read like the Kyoshi novels. I'm not gonna be like I'm a super fan. I know everything about Avatar. I'm just saying, from my personal perspective, it means a lot to me. Like it there's a lot of lessons.
It changed my brain chemistry.
There's a lot of lessons that I take into like adulthood. I feel like some people can say that and be like, oh, it's cringy. I don't think so. I think it's like a very well thought out and has a lot of good takes, and there's a lot of like things you could learn from that.
Yeah, honestly, I'd say that about Naruto too. I'm pretty sure Naruto changed my brain chemistry as a kid.
I would say that too. I would say that for a different reason though.
Yeah,
I think Avatar has like a general like life lessons that I could take.
Yeah.
And I think Naruto gives me a lot of motivational stuff.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
Because like Naruto makes me be like, yeah, I want to keep pushing myself.
I can fucking do it.
For everybody who's cringing, shut the hell up. Like you've never had something that was cool, whatever. But we're huge, massive fans of Avatar, and watching this, pretty rough.
If you want to get our experience watching it, you can watch our commentary.
Yeah, nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yeah, fuck Zhao. So you'll get that joke when you watch the commentary.
Fuck Zhao.
On God, fuck Zhao.
But I mean, this movie, it's not good. I don't know. I don't want to hit you with that fucking boiling take, but
yeah, Phil was like, how many ways can we just say it's bad that has not been said before? And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I want to talk how bad it is. Because, okay, right off the bat. So Avatar Last Airbender, their power system is bending.
Yeah.
Duh. The main crux of that whole show is that you do things to affect these elements because the elements are one with you.
Yeah.
Like Earthbenders use like a very like hard stance. Like you see the kinetic energy, and
their martial arts are based off of the element they bend.
They pick very specific martial arts that would mimic or kind of match like the flow of this element.
Yeah.
A lot of thought was put into the bending. A lot of thought was put into like how they fight and the choreography in the show.
And they specifically say in the show multiple times that bending, it's like a sword. If you ever hear a swordman talk about fighting,
it's an extension of yourself. Yes.
It's supposed to just be another part of your arm.
Uh-huh. And it reads like that in the show.
Yeah, it reads like that in the show.
And in the movie, it fucking doesn't. And it's very annoying.
They'll be doing weird, random Karate Kid kung fu. Just in, like, standing in front of a waterfall, and the waterfall just decides to fucking murder ships.
I saw 4 grown men choreograph, dance to move one rock. That is not the fucking idea. Because you're right. Most of the time, they're doing, like, a bunch of just, like, random martial art moves, and then a little fart of air.
Yeah. I will give the movie credit for this, though.
Uh-huh.
I think that's not necessarily on them. I think this was so early on in CGI's like life that I don't think they really knew how to choreograph a fight scene around CGI because they couldn't see it while filming.
I guess, but my only argument I would say for that, I feel like I would get that more with earthbending.
Yeah.
I feel like water and I feel like the other 3, honestly.
And you know what's bullshit? I might not be right because the airbending was pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Like, they could tell that the air was coming from where he was, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But that's even more annoying because, like, they're not doing, like, the martial arts that the things are based off.
Yeah.
Sorry to sound like a fucking nerd, but, like...
All right, Philip, you're just going to have to accept that we're going to sound like dweebs for
whatever.
this podcast.
I say that to, like, every frat bro that
this
finds
is
our channel.
This is our actually podcast.
No. I do that for every frat bro that stumbles upon this channel. And it's like... I like Avatar, but I'll be fucked if I admit it. It's okay, bro. I'm here for you.
It's dope.
You can admit it. You can just say it. Be one. But their specific stances, the way they move and operate in the world, even the way they fight, and like the aggroness of like firebenders, and like the solid like kinetic energy of like earthbenders, and like the flow of waterbenders. There's a method to that, which is just not seen in this
on your
movie.
tippy toes the whole time as an airbender.
Yeah.
You know. Light on your feet.
They said that like a vendor evades and avoids, and I was like, yeah, like air would. That makes sense in my mind.
Yeah. Earth is very solid and doesn't move.
And I also
like the earth.
Like the earth. Whoa.
But this also was a movie made by someone. It's the same problem I have with fucking Batman versus Superman. It's a movie made by someone that doesn't care about the property.
See, I disagree. But I think you're still right though.
Okay.
Let me explain. Because I don't think it's that Zack Snyder doesn't care about the property. I think he cares about half of it. I think he cares about things that he likes about that property.
What do you mean?
So Zack Snyder cares about Batman because he thinks Batman's cool.
But he doesn't, because he doesn't understand the character at all.
No, he doesn't. But he thinks he's cool. So it's not that he doesn't like have any care about it. He just doesn't get it because he's a fucking dweeb.
Yeah.
And he does not like Superman. So he's only getting like the core parts. It's like if you showed someone like, I don't know, American Psycho, and they're like, this Nick Bateman's got something going on. No, the point of that story is that he's a fucking monster.
Yeah.
You should like that movie because you're like, oh, I don't want to be like this person. That's the crux of that.
Yeah.
He saw Batman and he's like, I like this guy that beats up other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the crux of what he got.
Yeah, he thinks Batman is just like a guy that beats people up at night.
Exactly. And I think that's exactly what M. Night Shyamalan is for this movie. Because I think he saw this show and he's like, this looks sick. I would love to do this. But he didn't really get it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to...
Do you think he really saw the show?
Yeah.
You think?
Well, I think he saw more of it than you would think. I would say maybe first or second season.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's more than I would give him.
Really?
I think he maybe saw the pilot.
You know what's funny? So I was watching Mr. Sunday's movies video about this because they also did like commentary on them. Get fucked, ours was better. But
hey, we don't need that beef right now.
It's just fun little beef. I actually like them. They're actually very good YouTube channel. You guys are wanting to, float some stuff our way.
Alex Myers though, dog shit.
Dog shit. Fuck
taking
him.
all of his audience.
Just kidding. We like him. He's cool. We super like his videos. Used it for a lot of this. It doesn't matter anyway. So
big inspiration on us.
Was a big inspiration on us. I think M. Night saw like. Well, what I was gonna say about Mr. Sunday movies that they said that like, oh yeah, M. Night Shyamalan's first idea. He's like, yeah, I had so much. He had like a script that was made for like 10 hours.
And it was like, just the Kyoshi Warriors.
No, well, a good chunk of it was.
Oh.
But the original first pitch was like a 10-hour like movie. And I was like, okay, that's not a movie. That's not how movies work. You're a director.
Is he?
Yeah, he's made some good stuff.
I've already made my piece on him. I've said how I felt about him.
You do really not like him?
No.
I think he's okay.
I think he's like a pretty bad director.
I think that I think he's the definition of somebody. Sorry, if he saw this, he's gonna fucking blow his brains out.
There's a few directors that I feel like him, Zack Snyder, I think are both pretty awful directors. Not just for the bad things that they make that I like, but like,
but just
like,
overall.
Yeah,
I think
Zack's. I'll give this to Shyamalan.
Yeah,
I like his style. Like, I think he has a cool. Like, his films are cool stylistically.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say that for Zack Snyder. I would not say that for him.
See, I hate Zack Snyder's aesthetic. Like, viscerally.
I think it makes sense for something like 300 or even Watchmen. I think is pretty good.
I just don't like how it looks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, either way, so he had this like 100-page script, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, no. And he's like, then I thought about this movie that was just Kyoshi Wars. So now in my mind, I was like, you're just picking out shit that you think is cool.
Yeah.
So
honestly, I would have rather him just made a Kyoshi Warriors movie.
That would have been so sick.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, that would have been
especially because all of the people fighting weren't even bending anyways, and they're not benders.
Yeah, might as well. Also, I think it's just crazy that they got this guy who doesn't do action movies to do like.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Like, why would you want that? Like,
Yeah, I don't know who is a good action director during this time. Like, I can't think of a name. I can think of good action directors now. But
I couldn't tell you either.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about this during the commentary, but like, I think you said it, like a Raid.
Yeah.
Who's
like, get someone who, I'll have to look up his name.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, get someone who fucking.
Jet Li? No.
Get someone who makes kung fu movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be so fucking
cool. That would
cool.
be so, because not only do they understand like directing action, they understand martial arts.
Yeah. Two crux things we need in this fucking universe.
And to be honest, they probably also fuck with the themes and aesthetics of Avatar more.
Oh yeah, for 100%. I was telling Philip how I think it's very awkward and weird how in the show Avatar, every nation
Garth Evans directed Raid 2.
Get Garth. I think it's very weird and uncomfortable that so in Avatar, most of the nations are based off like Asian cultures.
Yeah.
And Fire Nation is very distinctly Japanese, like Imperial Japan.
Yeah.
He just made him Indian.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's really weird and awkward. And it's very even more uncomfortable because I'm looking at like the costume designs and I was like, yeah, I see it's like a weird fusion of Japanese and Indian culture, which why?
Yeah.
It's very weird to me. It's like, I don't know.
It feels like it feels off-putting for sure.
Yeah.
It almost feels racist, which is weird to say.
I was like, yeah, I was like, is it? I was like, I don't know.
I don't know if it is, genuinely, but
Yeah.
it feels like it feels like you felt left out.
You know what's so funny? There was a controversy that happened about this in the Korra comics.
What do you mean?
So the Korra, I don't know much about her, and I don't really fuck with the Korra comics a whole lot because I don't think they're like that great, but they're interesting. They had like a couple.
He does like the show, everybody.
Oh yeah, I love Korra. in like one of the comic panels and like in the background elements, she shows like a couple females like with hijabs. So like some representation in the comic, which is like, cool. But then she went on this whole tirade of like people like saying like you can't do that because there's like no Muslim culture, and she's like you guys are all bigoted, and everybody was like no, it's because Muslims don't exist in that universe. Just like, so we're just confused as why they would have hijabs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you were just like, if you found like a little connecting point or like, oh, the Airbenders or like this one.
They were an island.
Or an island of people or something.
Yeah.
Or there's just random citizens wearing hijabs.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how I feel about that either way, because I don't really have a huge opinion about that. I just thought it was like, I just think it was a weird take from both sides.
Yeah. And that's how I feel about M. Night Shyamalan. Like,
yeah.
Like, because if they took all of the fire people and made them white, for example, completely different reaction from everybody.
Oh,
for sure.
There literally was in this movie.
Yeah, because he did that to every other race.
Because
he whitewashed every race and then Indian washed Fire Nation for no reason.
I get the Airbenders like Asian, right?
No, the Airbender kid, I'm pretty sure he's white.
No, the Earthbender. Sorry, I don't fucking remember. Who cares?
But again, he's not a big fucking part of it. You know?
We said in the comments there that like that was funny that so the two people that are like native supposed to be native coded is like Katara and Sokka.
Yeah.
And they're white.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And
everybody
so is their grandma.
Yeah, and so is her grandma. But then every other extra around them is like native to me. And I was like, what are we doing? What's going on? That's very fucking weird.
Yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable watching.
Yeah. It's like,
and like I'm not like really that pressed about like racial issues and that stuff either.
Yeah.
I think it's like I would love to see more representation. But I understand that Hollywood's just shitty.
Yeah. That, and I'm very under the impression of get the best person for the job.
Exactly.
If there is a white person who is going to portray the character better, I think you should use the white person. But if you shouldn't just use the white person for that, you know what I mean?
I think I brought this up to you before, or I don't know when, but in Ghost in the Shell, the live action movie, they had, so it was played by Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
And everybody was getting like, it should be played by an Asian woman and getting all shitty. And then their justification for it on this video I was seeing, they showed it to a bunch of Japanese people and they're like, oh yeah, should be cool to do it. Oh yeah, that'd be sick. And that like really took the wind out of their sails. But also me watching Ghost in the Shell, I was like, she wasn't Asian to begin with. She's a fucking cyborg.
Yeah.
she does like she looks in that show, she looks white because she's supposed to be because she's a fucking cyborg.
Yeah.
She is not a human.
Yeah. And honestly, I kind of feel the same way, but different.
Yeah.
I feel the same way, but different for the Percy Jackson show that just came out.
Yeah.
With Annabeth.
Oh. Okay.
Because I was excited about it, so I was reading like Rick Gordon's newsletters.
Uh-huh.
And he was going like he had this huge tangent about I'm gonna pick the person who's best for the job.
As you should.
I'm gonna pick the best actor that I could find and have them play them. And then it came out that Annabeth was black.
Uh-huh.
And
the internet was super cool about that.
The internet was super dope about that.
Yeah. Super didn't make it weird and uncomfortable for everybody.
Yeah. No, they were racist, bigoted monsters.
Yeah.
Shitting on
so the internet.
Shitting on a black 12-year-old.
Oh, fuck.
So
yeah.
So that sucked.
Uh-huh.
And then I watched the show. Because I couldn't give a fuck if she's black or not.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
That doesn't matter. She's not that great of an actress.
She's not that great of an actress.
Yeah. So it's like
I know for a fact that there was someone who, like, I could almost guarantee in the entire country, there was someone who looked closer to what Annabeth looks like in the books and was probably a better actress.
So now you made me feel even more uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Because I got to be like, I don't like her. Oh, why? Because she's black? No.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that, like, both sides are like wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Actually, that weirdly happened in this movie because I do not think they were like great actors.
Yeah, I don't think they were good actors either.
I think
Katara looked like she was going to burst into tears the whole time in every shot.
And that we were talking about this, how there was a campaign to get those actors to play if there was a Fire Emblem or no, the Fire, I forget what they were called, like the Fire Island players, like in the show.
Oh yeah, the
reenactor players, yeah. They wanted those actors to play them in this new live action bit, and I was like, first off, wow, real shitty that you would that you would do that to them. I think it'd be fun.
I would feel so disrespected.
I would feel so disrespectful too. But if they were like cool with it and in on the joke, I'd be like, that'd be so funny.
How do you think they feel about the movie?
I don't think they like it.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking to me about the girl who plays Asami.
Yeah.
Do you think she said she's like, I didn't like it?
No, I don't know how she feels about it.
Oh.
That's just my headcanon that she was like, guys, I'm sorry, I'll fix this.
I gotta do better.
Yeah, and then she played Asami.
I can't imagine they like it. I mean, I haven't seen like those actors in anything else after the fact.
Right.
Or maybe they have been, and I'm just
we just don't know because they're not bald.
They're not bald or wearing like a weird ponytail.
Honestly, I feel like this movie probably tanked their careers.
No, because that other girl went on to be in the Transformers movie. And I do not know what else after. And if you're thinking one of the good ones, nope.
Yeah, Katara was actually Megan Fox. Crazy, right?
Crazy, right? I genuinely think Bumblebee. I will ride on this till I die. Bumblebee's a good movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I actually haven't seen it.
More people need to see it. People need to see it. It's a really good movie.
I mean, I've heard that from a lot of people that a lot of people like it.
That's what I would want the first Transformers movie to be if I could go back in time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I when we were talking about this movie, the first time like I showed it to Philip, I was like, every Avatar fan needs to go through this because they just need to see it.
Yeah.
And just see how like shit it is.
Yeah.
You think people are gonna have this feeling about the new live action?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, because the reason I think that is because
Probably for a different reason.
yeah, for a different not because it's as bad.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna feel that. It's gonna just be like a hollow void in their chest, I feel like. Because they're gonna watch it and be like, it's even if it's good, it's not gonna be better.
Mhm.
And there's no chance. And I think a lot of people think making it live action is gonna make it better for some
Who
reason.
would ever think that? That blows my mind.
Dude, so many people.
That's crazy. to
There
me.
are so many adults that think cartoons just are a lesser form of art. Like outright.
No, I agree with that, but I just think it's insane that people who already like this show would be like, no, the live action will definitely be better.
No, because I
Or
feel
do you think it's just like the common people that would think that?
I think both. I think the
Okay.
common people that would think that for sure. But I think there are probably a lot of fans that saw it as they're kind of like how I am with Ben 10.
Mm-hmm.
They saw it as a kid, they loved it, and have never gone back to it.
Oh, that's probably it.
So I think they saw it
You
as
know,
a
I can
kid,
see that. Yeah.
they loved it, and then the live action's coming out, they're like, oh, I can experience this as an adult. And it's not going to hit the same.
You know what's so fucking crazy? So when the One Piece live action came out, a lot of my coworkers who do not watch anime
Mhm.
or have any connection in that universe whatsoever,
Mhm.
like they'll come up to me and be like, "Oh yeah, I saw One Piece," and I was like, "You what? Why?" And in my mind,
Are they saying it like they saw One Piece, or they said I saw the live action One Piece?
no, they're saying I saw One Piece on Netflix.
Assholes.
I know, but it's
No, you
like
didn't.
you weren't there. You didn't go what I went through.
You didn't sit through Fishman Island and Thriller Bark.
And whatever the fuck the other ones were called. No, they would come up to me and be like, I thought it was pretty good. It was like a fun like thing. They're like, oh, I can get into this, and I was like, no, you can't. I was like, because
I promise you will not be getting into this.
they are not the same energy at
No.
all. I think they're like, I think they try to do a good job of like trying to be like, it's just like the show, or it has the same energy of the show, and it like it just doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah,
It's good. Like I'm not gonna say it's bad.
I'll say it's the best iteration of a live action Luffy.
Yeah, I can say that.
that we could get.
I wish Zoro wasn't a little less.
I wish he didn't fucking talk like this the whole time.
Yeah, I wish that he had like a little bit more personality, and there's like little gripes I have about that show, but I
don't like that Nami's not doing all the fan service.
I don't like that tits are out 24/7. I don't like that everybody doesn't look like a fucking monster or just big ass tits. The two only art styles Oda can do. Yeah, come at me again, One Piece fans.
Fuck.
For the record, everybody, I like One Piece. Like, I think it's good. I've been reading it, and it's been enjoyable for a good portion of it. I have gripes about it too, but anyway, I just think that's wild that people are more accepting just because it's live action to be like, I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, I know.
That's insane.
It's ridiculous, especially because it's the lesser version.
And I could tell people like it's a good show. I always try to tell people, I was like, when people come up to me like, I don't really like anime, but like, what would you recommend, Philip? I was like, what movies do you like? And I go off that. I could find you like kind of a more serious anime that I could show you that would be like, this would be something that would be up your road.
Yeah.
If you just
I just need to know your taste.
if you're just open to it. It's not even that. So like most of the time I recommend like Castlevania the People.
Oh yeah.
And you know why? It's because it's like adult.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have like anime isms in it.
Yeah.
Like fan service and like these weird, like quirky, weird like moments, which is just like blowing over us, but it is hard for like a new viewer.
Yeah.
Or like Death Note. Death Note's like a great one I tell people to get into. That's like baby's first anime.
Yeah. I just thought of this, and it's honestly makes me scared for the future.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I feel like this is gonna be like, say, did the One Piece live action blow up?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, was it received well?
I don't know. I think everyone's general reaction was like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Do you think they're gonna get more seasons?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay, that's what I need to know.
Okay.
If that happens, and they like do all of One Piece or whatever,
Mhm.
or even just most of it, and then the Avatar one blows up and they do Avatar, I swear to God, at some point we're gonna have these conversations that we have with MCU fans about Avatar that have only seen that version of it.
Oh, that like they know the universe?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not excited about that.
I'm not excited about
I
that.
hate talking to MCU fans about comic
I
things.
generally just let it go most of the time. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, sure, bud, whatever.
Okay.
Okay,
Just give
buddy.
him a little pat on the head.
Little guy. Just trying your best. Philip, I've been a Superman fan my whole life.
Yeah,
You
that's
imagine the amount of struggle I have to deal with on a regular day basis. Batman can totally kick his ass. No, he can't.
Batman's like my favorite superhero, one of my favorite fictional characters of all time. No, he can't.
No, he can't. Superman sneezed the universe inside out. No, you can't take that. Just no. Matt Pat did like a theory when that movie came out. He did like a double theory where he's like how Batman can win and how Superman can win. And he's like, I'm not even going to fry with you guys. The list of Superman ways is pretty stagnant.
Quite a bit bigger.
Quite a bit bigger. He's like, one of them, he goes into space, lasers him in his face hole, wins.
He beat him in The Dark Knight Returns. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. First off, he had help. Second off, he faked his death.
He had help, and he also didn't win that fight. He held him off as long as he could. Superman in that story took a fucking nuke to the face, which made him weaker, a kryptonite arrow, and then Batman supercharged a fucking mech suit.
And then had to fake his death.
And then had a 12-year-old pilot a tank and then faked his death. And Superman just left him alone. That was that story. For everybody who's coming at me, don't use that example anymore. That does not work.
Fuck.
Which is crazy to me because like I could think of like 10 other like comics where Batman legitimately had an upper hand against Superman.
Yeah.
And won. And people bring up that one and it kills me because
they bring it up every time.
Because I'm like, no, he fucking didn't.
Side tangent aside.
Sorry. Fucking God.
But no, I feel like
oh my God, that is going to be a fucking living hell.
What is you already saw the first episode. I haven't yet.
I saw the first episode.
What is something that they changed?
And Netflix cheated on Philip.
Yeah, he fucking did.
Okay, do you want me to tell you?
Just tell me like one little thing that they changed.
There's one little thing, but I kind of want to see your live reaction to it.
Fuck. Okay. Well, just imagine that thing.
Hold on.
And imagine you're talking about Avatar with someone.
Already upset.
And they bring up that thing as like the official canon.
Oh, Philip. You're gonna see it. The one I'm thinking of, you're gonna see it and be like, oh my fucking God.
I would blow my brains out.
Okay, here's one I can tell you about. They had a weird scene where Aang went into like the Avatar state he was meditating and he didn't talk to Roku first. He talked to Kyoshi.
What?
I think the idea is that they're gonna introduce like all the avatars he's gonna talk to, but I don't know. I've only seen
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
He should have to get good at doing the Avatar state before he can go deep.
That one little thing already makes me like annoyed because I'm just like, because now people are gonna be like, yeah, his first mentor was Kyoshi. No, it wasn't.
Literally, shut the fuck up.
It was Roku.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, and like, there's another detail where you see, like, the first episode has like the moment where he leaves like the Airbenders.
Yeah.
Like he runs off. He doesn't run off. He like gets on Appa to like clear his head.
Oh,
like,
he wasn't running away?
No, he wasn't running away.
That's so stupid.
And that moment, I was like, why even change that? Because like you could easily, the way they led that story up, I was like, you could easily just do how it was in the cartoon.
Yeah.
I was like, now that changes the whole like chemistry of like Aang's character a little bit.
Yeah.
Just slightly enough to like make things like just awkward.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that first thought, I was like, why? And they had like a scene where Aang was captured by Zuko, which happens in the like, original.
Yeah.
When he's captured aboard.
Wait, they had him being captured by Zuko in the first episode?
Yeah. Well, that happened
from the water.
From the water tribe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the other one.
No. So they had that happen, right? Aang, there's two parts of that scene that I thought were very like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene where he's talking to Iroh, actually.
Yeah.
And Iroh was like talking to him. He's like, this war might not, might be on the winning side of this war, which for the most part, Iroh's pretty like, you could tell he's like not for the war, but he's also just neutral. He just doesn't like talk about it. He's just like going along with emotions. He cares about Zuko.
Yeah.
But in this one, he's talking to Aang. He's like, I can't tell you who's right or wrong. And he's like very like leading the audience.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, maybe that's to set him up later, I guess. But
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. But then there's this other scene where Aang in like the first, and like I fully accept that you have to change things for live action. Like some things just need to operate differently, especially if you're doing like an hour-long episode or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene where he makes like a gust of wind.
Mhm.
and it uses it to like lift the keys off this firebender soldier. And
Okay.
he just floats it towards him. And they try their best to make it look like it's airbending, but to me, it just looks like telekinesis. So I'm looking.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm looking at it. and
Wait,
I'm-
so are they not showing like wind moving and shit?
no, that's what I'm saying. Is like there is wind moving around it, and like you can
Oh.
clearly tell like that's the intention.
Uh-huh.
But in my mind, I was like, that's not enough to get those keys over there.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know. I just had a funny thought. How would you feel if he goes into the avatar state and one of the avatars he talked to is Korra?
I would lose my mind.
I would lose
That's
my
one of
fucking mind.
that's one of those moments that we were talking about that later when people are like, yeah, Korra was like, no.
I'll fucking kill you.
I'll fucking kill you. Dude, I already cannot stand it with Marvel fans because like sometimes it'll be like, this person did this, so this means this. And I was like, Hulk is world ending. I was like,
The Hulk took a step and broke California.
yeah. He clapped and broke the earth in half. So no, Star-Lord is not beating him.
Oh,
Oh
fuck.
my fucking god.
Dude, what they did to Hulk in the MCU, I will never forgive them for. They snipped his fucking claws so hard.
And it kills me because like they're so close to just having it
I know.
be like what it's supposed to be.
And then they like teased Planet Hulk and then just didn't do it.
They're like, wouldn't this be cool, guys? Look, it's the thing you
It's the
like.
thing you like.
But we're not gonna do that thing exactly.
This is a Thor comedy movie.
what? Yeah, he's gonna be Thor's partner.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, it's cool to see the armor, I guess. That's why I felt that really hard watching Madam Web.
Oh my god, yeah.
I cannot.
We're gonna watch that eventually again for this, so I get to see it a solid 3 times. So that's exciting.
Oof. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That sucks.
But I can already give you our takes. Not good.
Dog shit. Dog shit. Not just as a comic movie or comic accuracy.
As a movie.
Just a movie in general, dog shit. Not good. Don't watch it. Oh my god.
Honestly, seeing movies like that though, I'm like, oh my god, I'm such a good writer.
What do you think?
I'm getting a TV show one day.
What do you think is worse, that or Avatar?
Oof.
Because I think they're both very bad in different ways.
I do too. Here's what I'll say.
Here,
I
okay.
think if the show didn't exist, Avatar wouldn't be horrible.
Oh really?
It would be bad,
Yeah.
and the pacing would be off.
They're two very different movies, so maybe it's not fair.
But
to
it
compare,
would be watchable. Like I could sit through the whole thing and be like, all right, I saw that. Madam Web was like awful. Like and it's not even
See, I was
basing itself on really any lore. Like there's nothing to go off of.
See, I was gonna say the opposite.
Oh, really?
I was gonna say Madam Web just because I'm like those actors are kind of good sometimes. I don't know. But that's all I have. That was my only argument I had.
I would have seen The Last Airbender and been like, it's a kid's movie.
Yeah. Okay,
know?
that's fair.
But I would have seen Madam Web and I'd have been like, this is made for me and this is like bad.
This is bad. I don't like this.
But then again, they had it served up on a silver fucking platter for Avatar The Last Airbender and fumbled the bag. So does that make it worse?
What do you mean?
Like they had the show already.
Oh yeah.
They didn't have to come up with any world building with how the powers work, anything.
Well, technically they don't have to for Madam Web either.
I guess. Yeah. I feel like because they can't use Spider-Man though, they kind of have to
Oh, I guess you're right.
they have to make up their own shit.
Ugh. Don't worry, guys. The Sony directs. Don't worry, guys. We lost Peter, but we still got Ben.
Let's go.
Let's go. Fuck them. Oh yeah, it's been it. So overall, what would you rank this?
0, flat 0.
I really want to give a negative 1, but 0. I only want to give a negative 1 because I watched it with you. That's that's my take. It's a solid 1, not good movie, not even enjoyable. Ironically,
But our commentary is.
But our commentary is. And you want to see a better version of this movie? Watch our commentary.
All right, everybody. If you'd enjoyed the podcast, maybe comment your favorite Avatar piece of media.
Yeah. Let me know your favorite Avatar. I'm always curious to know about.
Yeah. Also, let us know if you fuck with Korra.
Yes, please. Get.
I need people on our side.
Yeah, because the staggering amount of people don't like it.
Oh, like and subscribe.
Oh, like and subscribe.
All right, everybody.
I'm Phil.
And I'm Phil.
And you've just been
Filled in.
Yeah. Fuck Zhao.